So training camp is now come and gone. What the couple days that you saw, what did you like and what stood out to you?
Honestly, speed. Saw a lot quicker guys. A little bit of size out there too on the ice. The new young guys all looked really good.
Yeah,
I
I thought so
I
too.
thought, yeah, I thought they all looked really good. The veterans just look like veterans. I mean, they fit. You know what to expect from them. I thought all the goalies looked pretty good, honestly too. There didn't seem to be like a super. I don't want to say there was like a ton of intensity at camp by any means, but everybody seemed pretty focused in on what they were trying to do, whether trying to be seen or whatever and stuff too. I just felt it felt very tight, very well, a very well run camp. I guess
Yeah, I thought
there seemed to be a different air to it. It wasn't quite as loose as it had been in previous years.
yeah, I agree. But I feel like they're having a little bit more fun out there than they had been in previous years too. On top of it being, not as tight knit, stuff like that. Exactly what you were saying. Like I thought that the veterans for the most part looked pretty much ready to go. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously they've been through it before, so they know what it's like and
right.
everything like that. But I thought, like you said, I thought a lot of the rookies, like the 15s, 16s, I thought they looked really, really good. Like even
Yeah,
some of the kids that just got like invites,
yeah.
not
I was
non-drafted
impressed.
guys.
I was impressed
Um,
with a couple of the invites yesterday.
yeah, I got to see most of the games, and I thought that uh, I mean, there's quite a few people that I thought really stood out, like some of the 16s that I think it has a potential to make the team this year. Other than obviously Mathis Preston's making the team, Brody
Right.
Gillespie's making the team, Caden Allen's making the team. I other than that, I thought that there were a handful of guys that really stood out. Potential. I wrote a couple names down. I think Cohen Harris is going to be a
Mm-hmm.
guy that they might keep around. I think he looked great in every shift that he took that I saw. That he scored that sick Michigan goal yesterday
Yeah,
too.
that was
That
pretty.
was
That was very effortless.
that was disgusting.
Yeah.
Um, and then there's that Wyatt Dick. I thought he really kind of stood out to me a little bit too. He's a little bit bulkier of a guy, not afraid to get gritty, but he's also still pretty quick and got a pretty
Mm-hmm.
good shot, good with the puck, and just kind
He
of a
reminds me a
good.
little bit of Chase Harrington.
Yeah, it's a
Just his body style.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
I liked his game. I watched quite a bit of him. Rhett Sather, I thought he looked pretty good defenseman. He was a guy that we drafted last year, and
Mm-hmm.
I could see him potentially cracking the roster, maybe not playing the entire season, but I thought he had a pretty good camp and he looked pretty solid out there. And he follows the podcast on Instagram, so
Oh, he got like
um,
that.
so there's that too. Dane Pyatt, I thought he looked pretty good too.
He did look good yesterday from what I saw. I liked him.
That was a good name that stood out to me a lot. And then Cole Hunter, he's a guy who I hadn't really heard of until this camp this year. I don't know if he was an invite or a draftee, but he really stood out at Eastern on day two for me.
Really
I thought he had one of the better games in out of anybody in that second day. So,
nice.
I mean, there's a handful of guys. I had a couple other guys written down: Spencer Anderson, Alexander Watron. He's the goaltender invited from Colorado. I thought he played
Mm-hmm.
at a really good camp. Ozzie McIntyre, for being such a little guy. I mean, he's 15 years old. He's
Yes.
5'6". Man, that kid is good.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. He impressed me yesterday.
He's got a great shot. He's got a really good vision, and he is. I mean, clearly he's a great skater. Being
Yeah,
as
yeah,
small as
exactly.
he
That's what stood
is,
out to me.
his skating ability is great. He's got a great shot, and he's got good hands too. He scored a couple of penalty shot goals in day two out of Eastern on Dawson Cowan that made it look pretty effortless. So
Nice.
I was pretty impressed with his camp too. Caden Allen, I really think Caden Allen is going to be a beast.
Yeah.
I mean that kid, he's and from what I watched in camp, and he played a few games for us, a handful of games for us at the end of the year
Right.
last year
At
too.
the end of the
But
year. Yeah.
from what I saw in camp, I mean, he's big and he's
He's
gritty.
comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. And kind of reminds me of like again, like a similar comparison that I made with Nathan Mays last year. He kind of reminds me of like a Tyson Helgeson,
Hmm.
except maybe a little bit more skilled with the puck.
And a better skater.
Better, yeah, definitely
Yeah.
better skater. I mean, he's definitely not afraid to pinch in and make the plays, but he's always back, first one back on D too. I thought he had a great camp, and he's going to be fun to watch this year because I think he's clearly going to make the team.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't see why you wouldn't. What else did I got here? I think Nathan Mays, like for the veterans, I think Mays looks big. He looks a lot bigger.
He got bulkier for sure over the summer.
And it looks like his puck handling is really taking a step up from last season too. I'm
Yeah.
really excited to see kind of how his 18-year-old season goes because I think probably being, having a little bit more confidence being drafted into the
Yes.
NHL and everything too, and going to their training camps and stuff. I'm sure he's learning a ton from guys up there and um just asking guys questions about different things and kind of
Hmm.
configuring all that into his game. I think he could really make a pretty good step up this year too.
Yeah.
But like you said, like yeah, he looks a lot bulkier. He looks big and he looks ready. Um Goaltending, like you said too, goaltending looks strong.
Hmm.
I thought Cooper Michaelick was outstanding in camp.
He was good again
He
today.
Yeah, he looked great in every game that I saw him play. Cowan, I mean, we know about him.
Yeah.
I thought Carter Esslin looked pretty solid in all the games that he played. I still think
Get
he's
to
got a
see him
shot.
all. Yeah.
You didn't?
I see. No.
I still think he's got a shot to crack the roster. He's going to be a good one. I think he's going to be our guy for the potential Memorial Cup bid in
Yeah.
26. That kid's pretty good for being a small goalie too.
Yeah.
Um, and then I mean we got to talk about I don't remember what team it was, but the blue team at camp, that first
Hmm.
line with Catton, Preston, and Brody Gillespie. How fun is watching Preston
Yeah.
and Catton together? I
Yeah.
mean, it's just natural. It's like their chemistry is it just they're so skilled. They're so good at the game in all aspects that they just blend together perfectly.
Yeah. They looked very natural out there. They all have that good hockey sense too. They passing was great between them and knowing where to go. And yeah, for being camp and being early in the season, it there's definitely had something special kind of going on.
Well, and I obviously it's a way too early of a guess here, but I think if Preston stays healthy, he's got a shot at running Rookie of the Year in the league.
Yeah, for,
I
yeah,
I mean,
potentially.
it's obviously the season hasn't even started yet, but I mean just based off of everything that we've seen from him already,
Yeah.
it's like this kid's gonna be special. And like I was telling you at camp yesterday, it's like kind of a little bit of a comparison. It's gonna be like this year, Preston and Catton's gonna be like Catton and Roulette from last season, except Catton's gonna take on more of the roulette role,
Yes.
the older guy role with Preston. And I think that's just gonna make Mathis even better than he already
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. It'll be fun to watch. Hopefully they end up on the same line together.
I think I'm sure it'll happen at some point.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to mention that I thought was really cool was how engaged the new coaching staff looked out in the
Oh
bench.
yeah.
I mean, I saw Brad Lauer and Toporowski both switching benches in
Yeah.
between games each day and being on each side for a period and just kind of giving the guys some advice and just kind of seeing how everything is going and kind of maybe telling them a thing or two, running a couple
Yeah.
couple
Just
systems and
very involved. Yeah.
yeah, and that's really, really promising to see because that's something
Yeah.
that we've wanted to see out of our coaching staff for the last few years.
Yeah.
So I was really thrilled to see that. But
Yeah. Lauer actually gave out the awards there, the trophy today to the winning team too
oh, really?
at the red white game. Yeah.
Nice, very nice. Yeah, that I I, I guess some of the younger guys really stood out during
Yes.
the game today.
Yeah.
Another player that I thought has had a really good camp, at least from what I saw, was I thought Lucas Kral had a pretty good camp too.
He had a great game today. He looked very comfortable out there. He had 2 goals.
Yeah, he's I think he's really kind of realizing that he was the lower pick or the higher pick in the import draft a couple years ago, and kind of I felt like he got a little bit outshined by Ekstrom last year. And I'm sure he wants to prove that he's he's a guy that's able to compete in the league too, since our other import didn't show up for camp this year. I have no idea what's up with that or why he didn't, but it could
Yeah,
be plenty of different things. I was telling TC the other day at Easter, and I was like, it could just be like an Ekstrom situation like last year, because he didn't show up until like the middle of November, where
right.
he wasn't sure what he was going to do and everything too. But whatever happens with that, I mean, we still have our two imports
Yeah,
now, and I think that both of them looked pretty good in camp too.
yeah, they did.
So
It was nice to see Ekstrom out there again too. I commented on that today with Scotty P next to me.
yeah, Ekstrom's going to be fun this year. I think that's going to be a guy that we're gonna be glad that we kept around for a 20-0
Yes,
season.
yes.
And I thought that another player that I thought really looks better overall skill wise this year is Cam Parr. I thought he I thought he played really, really well in all the games that I saw in camp. Like he was hustling. He's got great hands, um, and just obviously gritty Campar. He's going to be the guy the tough guy this year.
Yeah. No, he. I saw him yesterday in the game that I watched, and I didn't know it was him until I saw the name on the back. Yeah, it just looked like a different player.
Speaking of different players, how about Coco Armstrong?
Coco T-Bone, man, he looked good yesterday
T-Bone.
too.
Yeah, T-Bone definitely looks like he's ready to take another step up too. And
Yeah,
I told you the other day, I said I'm predicting a breakout year for him, because he just looks, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like he just looks like he's ready to go and to
he's like
prove
supercharged,
himself.
like an Energizer Bunny out there.
Yeah, it's exactly what
Yeah,
it looks like.
yeah.
So that's obviously what you like. I'm sure a lot of these younger guys, and even some of the veterans too, probably have a little bit of a, not a chip on their shoulder necessarily, but a little bit more fire, knowing that they
I think
have,
so.
a brand new coaching staff.
Yeah,
The city's excited.
yeah.
They're
There's got to be
tempted to the
excitement in
Memorial
them.
Cup.
Yeah, they have to be
Absolutely,
excited. Yeah,
absolutely, and the arena got some upgrades and stuff too,
yeah.
and so I mean, there's lots of good things coming. I mean, we're coming up less than a month until the home opener too.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it's already
September 1st.
September.
Where did August go, man?
I know. I can't believe it's already September. I felt
Man,
like
where did
I felt,
August go? It felt like it was July 4th, like last week.
yeah, exactly. I felt like I was watching fireworks
Yeah,
yesterday, but no, it was 3 months ago
yeah.
almost, or 2 months ago.
Two
That's
months ago. Yeah,
crazy.
it is crazy.
Um,
It is
but
crazy. To go back to today, somebody else looked good too.
yeah,
Kid from Court. Ozzy McIntyre looked really good today.
yeah,
That kid is little, but he's scrappy. And he's got a shot too.
yeah. I think he's going to be a guy that's kind of going to be like a Kylie Yamamoto type guy in the
Yeah,
future.
yeah,
I mean, obviously, he's going to have to bulk up a little bit, but he just got drafted. He's 15. I mean, that's, it
yeah,
is what it is. He'll get there, and he knows that he was a top 10 pick in the WHL draft, so he'll obviously be with the team and he'll probably be with the team next year too.
yeah.
And
He was fun to watch today.
he's fast. He's a very,
He's
very,
really
very good
quick.
skater.
Yeah.
And also a follower of the Instagram account. So,
Well, welcome aboard.
um, but other than that, in other news, the Chiefs did add one preseason home game at Eastern against Portland on September 12th.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, I really like that rink out there. Those facilities out at Eastern are really
Yeah.
sick. It's a really good atmosphere for a preseason type game for sure.
Oh yeah, nice that they can utilize that.
Yeah, because I think the arena is a little bit too big for a preseason type game.
I do
Because
too.
I mean, we've had the last couple of years over at the arena, and it was just, I mean, it was fun. It was a hockey game, but it was like, I feel like doing it at like a smaller off city venue is
Yeah.
a little bit better. But I mean, it's a little bit bigger than Eagles. But college students are going to be able to get in free at Eastern, so there'll be a lot of college kids there. It'll be a little bit more rowdy. So,
Yeah.
and I'm sure the players enjoy that stuff too. So,
Well, I think so. I think
um,
and to have a small rink, but have it be a nice rink, small rink, I guess.
well, yeah, and that whole facility area that they have there with the rink, and then there's like
Yeah.
the gym, the basketball courts over there, and then they have like a bar and a bunch of stuff on the other side, and like
Yeah.
another gym, and there's lots of cool stuff out there, and I'm sure that the teams were able to utilize that too.
I would
So
think so. Yeah.
So yeah, that's really cool to see. But I just figured we should kind of hop on and give a little bit of an update on camp now that it's over
That
and
was a good idea. Yeah.
getting ready for the preseason here. The Chiefs start their preseason schedule on Friday in Everett.
Not crazy.
Yeah, and then giving it another week or so, and then they have our home preseason game, and then about another week after that, the regular season starts up in Prince George. So
That's
we're
amazing.
we're coming up on just under 3 weeks left until regular season. Chiefs hockey, baby.
That's amazing.
We're gonna have to start doing this shit weekly again.
No, no. I
It's
don't know if the
almost.
world's ready for that.
I know. I think we're ready.
I know we're ready. I don't know if the world's ready for us yet.
Uh, that's true.
We'll
But
see.
uh, but other than that, we'll have to get our interviews scheduled with our. Well, we have a couple interviews planned. We have to get them all scheduled out and
Yeah.
everything too. But we're gonna looking to get that done here before the season starts. So
Yeah, that would be good.
looking forward to that. So stay tuned. Give it a follow on Instagram, and we'll
Chief Central Podcast on Instagram. You got that going now.
yeah,
Nice.
Chief Central Pod on Instagram. We turned the old WHL memes account into
Is,
that
is
since
that what it was?
never really used that for Instagram accounts. So
No, God, we've had that around forever.
I know. Good times, man. Good
Good time.
times. Pretty
Good
soon we're
time.
gonna have to start making Chief Central merch.
Oh boy.
you
Oh boy. I don't know if I definitely know the world's not ready for that yet, but
know,
maybe
I was,
maybe at some point.
you know what I was thinking about the other day, a couple of years ago when we went to Everett and we left those WHL memes hats around Angel of the Winds Arena. I wonder if anybody ever found
I
those.
wonder if anybody ever picked those up. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
crazy. That was what do we leave? Three of them around that I took over there,
Yeah,
just
something like
various
that.
places. I left them on one food counter. I left one on the railing, and I can't remember where I left the third one.
I think we did it outside the arena
We
actually.
might have. Yeah, I don't remember. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I wonder if anybody has those, but
Well, they probably burned them, but yeah,
yeah, probably.
those will belong in the museum at some point.
Yeah, ancient at this point.
Yeah, exactly. I might have to start wearing my WHL memes hat around at the Chiefs games.
Maybe I'll start rocking mine too. I still have mine in the closet over here, so
I got several more if you need a new one.
no, perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right, Cap. Well, until we probably do maybe one more episode, other than our interview episodes, before the regular
Yeah,
season starts, and kind of give a update on all the stuff that's happened because I'm sure the roster cuts will be coming in a few days, and we'll see what the preseason roster looks
yeah.
like and everything too. So, kind of give a little bit of an update on that, and other than that, I think we're set and
All right.
we're ready.
Ready for hockey season. All right. Go Chiefs,
All
go.
right, go Chiefs, go.